23.1 is officially over, so I feel like all CrossFitters are putting that workout in their rear view and now focused on 23.2. So I wanted to give everyone some predictions about what we could see, but instead of just focusing on my prediction as just one person, in my last video, I asked people to give me their predictions. So I'm gonna spotlight a few of those so we can see what people throughout the community are expecting to pop up for 23.2. And there are some people in here who gave full workouts and other people that just gave movement. So one thing I've seen a lot of, and Michelle put this in her comment, is box jumps. And I agree that I think we are going to see some box jumps either this week or next week. I will give you my full prediction for this week, but I'm gonna first focus on what other people had to say. Alexander said that he expects 23.2 to use the kettlebell with snatches or clean and jerks, also something with handstand push-ups and something explosive like burpee box jumps. There's those box jumps again. That is a very popular one right now. When it comes to the kettlebell, I don't think we're going to see snatches or clean and jerks, at least not in the open. And that's because of the weights of those kettlebells. I brought this up in a previous video, but the kettlebells are heavy. The lightest weight is 35 pounds. I believe that's 16 kilos. And that's just too heavy for a snatch or a clean and jerk for the scaled division with the women and some of the older masters groups. So I just don't see a clean and jerk or a snatch with the kettlebell. The kettlebell may still be utilized, maybe in a lunge or in a suitcase carry or something like that. But that's just my opinion, I don't see it used as a snatch or a clean and jerk just because of the weights we've been given and it being too heavy for some of the groups we have. Coach Moose says it'll either be a couplet in a short time domain ending with a 1 rep max lift, similar to 15.1, 16.2, or 18.2, or an Olympic lifting ladder. I do like the idea of having a heavy lift. I think we will see that at some point. We've had a lot of those in the past. The first year we had 3 workouts, we did see a lift as a 4th score. And I think having 4 scores over 3 is a good idea. Moving the open from 5 workouts to 3 workouts did change things quite a bit. So when you only have 3 scored events, that's just a really small sample size. I think having that 4th one is really beneficial, so we may see that this year. Lee says he expects 23.2 to have overhead squats, double unders, and bar facing burpees. I do like that workout, and I think that hits on a lot of movements that we're missing right now. 23.1 had a ton of movements in it, but all of those are still ones that are up for grabs, and that would be a pretty gnarly workout, very cardiovascular, which 23.1 was too if you were good enough at all the movements. But that's just kind of how the open is, right? Pretty cardiovascular. Here are 2 full workouts. Sid said burpee box jump overs, dual kettlebell thrusters, 21.59 with 75 double unders as a buy-in and a buy-out. That's a pretty cool workout. I wonder what the time domain should be on that one. I'd have to think about it some more. I do like that workout. The reason I'm going to say we're not going to see that workout is because of the CrossFit main site workouts. Usually what we see on main site sort of gives us an idea of what may pop up in the open, and we usually don't see a movement that's popped up within the last week in the open. I think it's so they don't over-program one movement, so they're not gonna put a movement on .com within the week that we're gonna do in the open workouts. And thrusters were on Saturday. They weren't with the dumbbells, so maybe it is different enough, but on Saturday there was thrusters 5-5, 3-3-3, 1-1-1. So that's just sort of the reason that I don't think we're gonna see thrusters this week. I imagine we'll see them in the last workout, which is traditionally what the Games does, is they put thrusters in the last open workout. I know we sort of threw out all of history with 23.1, but because of what .com has programmed, I don't think we're gonna see thrusters this week. Another full workout with a time domain, 23.2, 10-minute AMRAP, 10 burpee box jump overs, 50 double unders, all gas, no brakes. Kind of similar to the last one we saw with the burpee box jump overs and the double unders, but this one is pretty long in a time domain, and those are the only two movements. So definitely all gas, no brakes. And one more 23.2 prediction. This one says, I think 23.2 will be shuttle runs and burpees. I'm really hoping for a max lift too. Like I said, I think a max lift would be an interesting thing to add in to have an extra scored event. Shuttle runs, I'm not sure if we're gonna see them in the Open yet. We did have them at the quarterfinals level last year. We were able to work out some of the kinks with that, and they were in the judges course this year. So that means the community could be prepared enough to do them in the Open, but does also require a lot of space for gyms. So I'm hesitant to say shuttle runs will be in the Open, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them. Okay, so now to my prediction, and I'll give a little bit of an explanation about why I decided to predict this. And just gonna preface this by saying, like, we're all probably wrong. All of the predictions I've listed so far, probably wrong. My prediction I'm about to give, probably wrong. The only person who knows the right answer is Adrian Bosman, but it's fun to speculate and see how close we can get. So my workout is 5 rounds, 10 burpee box jump overs, 10 pistols, and then 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 snatches. So the snatch reps go down and the weight goes up. So starting at 65, 95, 85, 135, 115, 155, 135, 185, and ending at 155, 225. That last weight is a weight the elites can all do. Even people who are semifinals levels, I imagine, can all do that weight. Even at the end of a burner like this, it would have a 15-minute time cap, and it would just be like as fast as you can get that work done for those people who are that good and that strong enough to get it done. For the rest of us, to see how far we can get and maybe PR a snatch in it if your PR's there. And some movements I just don't think we're gonna see this week are, like I said, thrusters, because they're on the .com site. Pullups is another one. So look at .com. Some of those workouts haven't been released yet while I'm recording this, because this is going up before all the workouts that will be on .com have been released for the week. So take a look at those, because I think that that's going to influence and give you some hints and insight into what we can see on Thursday. The reason I put pistols in my workout is because the Games posted a pistols video on Monday, just explaining how to do pistols. And I feel like that's a hint to what we may see. Last week, Castro put up a hint. Maybe he does that this week. At the time I'm recording this, he hasn't yet. If he does, I'll put that on my Instagram account, so you can follow me at Amanda Harry if you're interested in seeing that. I do think we're gonna see a new movement in the Open, and again, that could be this week, and maybe I should have put that in. Some things I think we might see are like a sumo deadlift high pull or a devil's press, because Bosman seemed to hint that if there is a new movement, I think he said there was going to be a new movement, that it wasn't going to be something that's brand new that we haven't seen before. Devil's presses have been popping up all over the space in the last couple of years, and sumo deadlift high pulls have been around for a long time. They've even been programmed at the regional level, so this might be the moment that they come down to be in the Open. Those are things that I think Bosman might be interested in programming, just based on the movements he leans towards. So I think those are things we could see maybe this week. If you have a prediction for 23.2, put it in the comments below. I will do my best to respond to as many as I can. And if you're someone just checking out this video, hopefully some people have put some more ideas down there, so you can look at those as well. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like the video, watch my next video, which will probably be me doing whatever this workout is. And I appreciate you all for watching. Bye. So here's the video after the video for those of you who stick around longer to see it. I forgot to talk about 23.1 and what I thought of that. The repeat of 14.4, it's a great workout, like a really, really good Open workout. It's a great test. It tests a lot of different things. It's a chipper, which I enjoy. It allows everyone to play, because those 60 calories on the rower is something that anyone can do, and the movements sort of get progressively harder as you go. So I think that's also great about it. I was a little bit disappointed that the first workout of the first Open that Adrian Bosman is programming, he didn't program his own workout. He did a repeat. But I think we really have to see the whole test, and that really includes the games and everything too, before we pass too much judgment on that decision. But I was a tiny bit disappointed about that. Also, having muscle-ups in week 1, that just totally changes my expectations going forward, because it felt like a lot of the Open followed a certain formula. There were surprises, but there was also a formula. And we sort of threw that formula out in 23.1, which is cool and exciting. So it makes it even harder to do these prediction videos, but it'll be interesting to see what comes out in 23.2 and 3. All right, now goodbye for real. Carson says bye too. Bye. Boop.